Now live at 5.
The social media challenge that has some parents keeping their kids home from school.
Plus, plans to demolish a downtown Duluth building have left a couple local business owners wondering what to do next. And later,
here at DLH, Northlanders are partying with their bags packed for a chance to win a trip south this weekend. We'll tell you where the lucky winners will be headed tonight.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Briggs LaSavage. Kristen is off tonight. Concerns over a viral social media challenge led some parents to keep their kids home from school today and police to step up their patrols. Posts allegedly appeared on the app TikTok, encouraging students across the nation to make threats against schools today. While some authorities said there were no credible threats, some Minnesota schools like Little Falls, Brainerd, and Lakeville all closed today out of an abundance of caution. Here in the Northland, no credible threats were made public, but some school districts took extra precautions anyway. In Hibbing, police had extra patrols. In Cloquet, the district sent an email last night making parents aware of the threats and the trend, and also had extra patrols on their campus. Some Cloquet parents we spoke with, including Jill Wartner, kept her 3 daughters home today as she worried about their safety.
I think every threat is very real. Unfortunately, the world we live in nowadays, I've always been fearful. You just never know.
In their email, Cloquet Public Schools said it's important to communicate with your kids about how to handle and respond to threats and emergency situations. By the way, there were not any school shootings reported across the U.S. today. TikTok leaders also tweeted today that they did not find any content promoting violence at schools on their app, but they did find videos discussing the rumor and others warning people to stay safe. They're working with law enforcement currently. Meanwhile, a former suburban Minneapolis police officer took the stand today in her manslaughter trial for the shooting of a young black man. Kim Potter says she meant to pull her taser on Dante Wright, but fired her gun instead. Jennifer Mayerly has more on the emotional day in court.
It just went chaotic.
Kim Potter took the stand in her own defense and sobbed as she described the moment she fired the fatal shot at 20-year-old Dante Wright.
I remember yelling, "Taser, taser, taser," and nothing happened. And then he told me I shot him.
The former Brooklyn Center police officer is charged with manslaughter in Wright's death last April. She says she meant to fire her taser, but mistakenly grabbed her gun after seeing the look on her fellow officer's face as he struggled with Wright during a traffic stop.
He had a look of fear on his face. It's nothing I've seen before.
Police pulled Wright over for expired license plate tags and an air freshener hanging from his rearview mirror, which is illegal in Minnesota. They discovered he had an outstanding warrant. Video from Officer Potter's body cam shows police attempting to arrest Wright. Before he gets back in his car, Potter then pulls out her gun and shouts taser, 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 before shooting Wright in the chest.
I shot him! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Under cross-examination, Potter agreed that she did not see a weapon on Wright.
Never saw a gun.
No.
She broke down while watching video of the scene, and the judge called a recess. Before Potter took the stand, a defense witness testified that an officer under high stress is more likely to make a mistake and confuse a gun for a taser. Jennifer Mayerly, CBS News, Minneapolis.
The jury heard from 33 witnesses during the 8 days of testimony. With the defense resting its case today, that means closing statements are scheduled to begin on Monday. Well, Dave joins us now for a quick look at the weather. Dave, along with those cold temps today, road conditions aren't the best either tonight.
Yeah, and the cold temperatures, of course, are keeping the de-icers from working as quickly as they might. And so we do have to be cautious traveling this evening. Around the head of the lakes, much of Wisconsin and east central Minnesota back to good driving conditions, but there are still some slippery spots to contend with for the Iron Ranges and up towards border country and over towards the snow belt as well. And then tonight, there's a 40% chance of a little fresh snow coming down to complicate the situation. We can see a low pressure system easing its way out of the Dakotas towards us here, bringing a little bit of light snow to that part of our world. In our part of the world, I think we're going to see a clearer sky for some spots here for a few more hours, but then the clouds fill in and we get a 40% chance for the light snow tonight. Low temp in the upper teens. Then tomorrow, after a little morning snow possible, we should get some sunshine. In a few minutes, we'll talk about if the sunshine lasts through the rest of the weekend and how much snow could fall overnight tonight.
All right, thank you, Dave. Well, the bitter cold doesn't stop Northlanders from getting outdoors, but often those favorite wintertime activities can be some of the most dangerous. Dr. Mark Scott, a trauma surgeon with Essentia Health, is joining us now in studio with some tips on how to stay safe this season. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, well, we really appreciate it. So I imagine, you know, right now with hospitals so overwhelmed with COVID patients and staff, you know, just worked to the bone during the pandemic, now is just definitely not the right time to find yourself with one of these kind of preventable injuries, huh?
Absolutely. You know, over the course of the pandemic, Northlanders have been getting out. We've actually noticed that accidents involving ATVs and snowmobiles have nearly doubled since the start of the pandemic. This is definitely not a time that you want to be going to the hospital unnecessarily because, like you said, we are very full and the staff has been really been worked to the bone over the last 2 years.
Yeah, so, you know, not only that, but a lot of the kind of trail conditions we're seeing right now, there's not a ton of snow, so that can even make for a more dangerous situation on the trails. What kind of safety tips might you have for somebody who's maybe considering getting out on the snowmobile this holiday weekend?
I think the biggest tip that I would have for anyone is that the combination of alcohol and motor vehicles, whether it's a car, motorcycle, ATV, or snowmobile, it's never a good mix. And that's a common thread that we see in these injuries, is that frequently they are associated with alcohol use. So I would definitely, you know, plan for a designated driver or plan for a safe ride home in case you do overindulge.
Yeah. And some of these, you know, crashes and different instances you see bring some really serious lifetime consequences. Tell us about, you know, some of the threats that can come with some of these decisions.
I think the biggest thing is that with recreational vehicles like snowmobiles and ATVs, there's far less protection for you as a driver or a passenger, and so we see severe head injuries and spinal cord injuries and other things that can really bring lasting disability and really change somebody's life permanently. And I think with precautions, these can be used safely. Yeah. So wearing your helmet, wearing face protection, wearing full body protection for your skin, all is very important to try to minimize your risk of serious injury.
Absolutely. An exciting time of year, but one we should definitely be taking safely. Dr. Scott, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, still to come on Live at 5, a new program will help students in need not go hungry during the ongoing pandemic. Details as we take you around the Northland after the break.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
It's here. Our hearty and home-style menu is back, starting at just $8.99. Enjoy our classic pot roast dinner, pot roast stroganoff, fajita breakfast quesadilla, and more. And treat the family to a delicious fresh-baked pie from Perkins Holiday Bake Shop. Take one home or order online at perkinstogo.com.
Little one, you're gonna grow, and then you're gonna go. Now I'll be waiting, waiting for you back home. So many little things I wanna say, but I know, yes I know you'll be okay. I know, yes I know you'll be okay. Yes I know you'll be okay.
We're getting the band back together.
I'm just so excited to be back with Kristen on the Anchor Desk. It's been so long, but it feels like It's been no time at all.
Yeah.
I feel like we just have a great connection, and
Having someone come onto the show who loves the area as much as I do, who knows the area as well as I do, like she's from here. I mean, it's the perfect fit.
live local to a T.
Watch Kristen and Briggs at 5 and 6 p.m.
I got into journalism when I was in high school, actually, and that's where I really fell in love with the news and the storytelling aspect of it, being able to bring those things together and keep people informed. It's so important for us to be in a community like Duluth, to be able to hear your stories and then bring them to everybody else in the community.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m. Stay connected to live local CBS3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look from Spirit Mountain tonight, where the weather is finally cooperating with outdoor enthusiasts, with temps falling since that midweek storm. Dave will be in with us with this weekend's full forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a look around the region. Surveyors will be out on Lake Vermilion this winter, and a goal to repair the lights in Tower. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start in Wisconsin tonight, where students who miss meals due to COVID-19 will receive food benefits. Students who receive free or reduced lunch or breakfast but are unable to do so because of distance learning or needing to stay home for COVID-related reasons will still receive food benefits for those missed days. Previously, benefits were sent based on what the school was doing in terms of distance learning, but now it will be on a child-by-child basis. And next, we head over to Lake Vermilion, where the DNR will be performing Creel Surveys this winter. A Creel survey is used to collect information on the amount and type of fish caught, as well as how many anglers are out there. Creel clerks will be surveying anglers at random, and the DNR is asking participants for their full cooperation. The surveys will run through the end of February. This is the first winter survey on Lake Vermilion since 1986. For more information, we'll have a link on our website. And we wrap up in Tower, Minnesota, where the City Trail Committee is asking for help with replacing old infrastructure. The Tower and Howard Wagoneer Ski Trails Committee is hoping to replace aging light infrastructure along the night skiing routes. The group has raised about 75% of their goal, but they've set up a GoFundMe page to help raise the final $2,500. They say some of the wiring is more than 30 years old and ready to be replaced. We have that link to the GoFundMe on our website. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, Duluth International Airport started 2 new flights today. We'll take you live to their launch party where a very special prize is on the line. Coming up in just a few minutes.
Normal high and low this time of year, 24 and 9. Today we undercut both. And frankly, for the week ahead, we will be bubbling under for our temperatures. Will we be bubbling over with snow chances? Well, there is one tonight. I'll talk about how much could come down coming up right after our break.
Stay connected to live local CBS3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
Tackle tough jobs with Bosch power tools and accessories from Menards. From the workshop to the job site, Bosch packs the performance and features you need to get the job done right. That's why Bosch is the choice of pros. Choose from our great selection of over 500 in-stock Bosch tools, bits, blades, and accessories. This drill and impact driver kit is $99. Plus, give the perfect gift with the Menards gift card.
Heart attacks and strokes happen, even in the midst of COVID-19. And at least one will occur while you're watching this. Heart attacks and strokes are medical emergencies. If you experience symptoms of a heart attack or stroke, do not delay seeking care. Call 911 immediately. Hospitals are prepared and can safely treat you. Visit cdc.gov/coronavirus to learn more.
CBS3 Newsroom, this is Kristen.
2:30 in the morning. Winter summer wall visits to talk about.
Multiple departments on scene. We'll take you there live now.
Join us weeknights. We're live at 5 as we go around the Northland, city by city.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Our weather headlines say that a chance for snow is coming around tonight. It is a 40% shot, but if that pays off, we're not going to get that much. I'll show you a chart with a little bit of snow that could come down in just a bit. But first, we continue to talk about the short-term forecast here. Saturday, we'll build back towards sunshine, perhaps during the afternoon. But once we get towards Sunday, a cloudier sky returns. Near normal temperatures actually will be one of the warmer days of the week ahead. In general, it's going to be a little bit cooler. Not drastically so, but just a little bit. And I'll prove that point with my 7-day forecast. First, though, of course, we take a look at the current conditions from the airport. 84% for our relative humidity. An easterly, northeasterly wind has finally calmed down, only going 5 miles per hour. And our air pressure, well, at the surface on the higher side at 30.34 inches of mercury. But a trough of lower pressure from the Dakotas will drop barometer readings tonight and drop that 40% snow chance through tomorrow morning. Now we look at our current temperatures, and they're running 15 to 17 in the Upper Peninsula, 14 to 19 in northwestern Wisconsin, cool spot being Solon Springs, warm spot La Pointe. Into Minnesota, again, we've dipped into the single digits already up near the Canadian border. International Falls through towards Ely, 9 above. It's as warm as 14 above towards Moose Lake, though, and the rest of our towns in between. Low temps tonight should actually go up with increasing cloud cover. We'll have low temps in the teens, but tomorrow, conversely, high temps only in the teens. We will warm up a bit by Sunday. Looking at our Doppler map here for the area, we had some sunshine earlier today, but that's already filled in with clouds from Minnesota to Wisconsin to the UP. And farther to the west, we see light snow showers crossing the border. That's from an area of low pressure, a trough that's coming our way, not a full-fledged adult circular low, more of an elongated, stretched out upper level area of lower pressure. But no matter how you slice it here, we still got enough lift to create snow. And as I mentioned, it's a 40% chance for snow here in our neck of the woods. Not that much snow, though. A lot of towns may get close to zero or a trace, maybe a half inch towards Two Harbors, an inch and a half around the snow belt. So dusting's probably about all you're going to get. And once we get past Saturday, more snow chances are going to be fairly rare. Our weekend forecast here shows that by Sunday in the afternoon, the cloud cover returns once again. And temperatures, well, they go towards normal, which is around 24 this time of year. And again, like I mentioned, this could be the last day where we have those normal temperatures. They dip a bit by Monday. So on that note, let's get a look at the 7-day forecast. Tonight in Minnesota, with the increasing clouds, it's going to warm up for some towns. In general, we'll go about 8 to 17 inland and 17 to 22 by the lake. And there's that 40% light snow chance that should begin around 9-10 p.m. Wisconsin, Michigan, 40% light snow chance as well. Low temps there, 12 to 19. For tomorrow, daytime highs, Wisconsin, Michigan, 20 to 25. Early flurries, then clearing towards sunny in the afternoon. Minnesota, early flurries and then clearing in the afternoon with inland highs about 12 to 19. Lakeside highs, 20 to 23. Come Sunday, 24 degrees, normal for this time of year with a cloudy sky. Then cooler the rest of the week. Monday through next Friday, about 15 to 20 for the highs, lows 0 to 10. And more light snow chances could be with us Tuesday and then again next Friday.
All right, thank you, Dave. A first for the Duluth International Airport. Tonight, they're launching 2 new nonstop flights. Sun Country will now fly from Duluth to both Phoenix and Fort Myers. Flights take off Mondays and Fridays. The first flight to Fort Myers leaves at 7:10 tonight, while the first trip to Phoenix is scheduled to depart at 9:25. Officials hope this expansion will help the airport recover from the pandemic financially. Previously, you could only fly out of Duluth to Minneapolis or Chicago. Right now, the airport is throwing a very unique launch party to celebrate the addition, one that could have you hopping on a plane at a moment's notice. CBS 3's Rob Coles joins us live from that party. Rob, we see you have your suitcase, and it sounds like everyone else there does too.
Briggs, it's quite a party, and yes, I have my suitcase. Everybody's got their suitcases packed. I'm at the Pack Your Bag and Go celebration at DLH. Here's how this works. Everybody here has their bags packed to travel. In about half an hour, Sun Country will hold a drawing for 2 lucky pairs of winners to win trips south, one to Fort Myers, one to Phoenix. And the reason they've all got their bags packed is because whoever wins those lucky spots will be leaving just hours after the drawing tonight. I'm here with a couple of hopeful travelers, Sandra and Lydia Rich from Duluth. Now, Sandra, what made you enter the drawing tonight?
Well, my daughter's a freshman at UMD, and I thought as a nice surprise after finals today, I'd pick her up and say, hey, we're going to go to a party to try to win a mini vacation.
Right. Now, Lydia, what are you looking forward to in terms of escaping the winter weather here in the Northland, if you can make it down to Florida?
Well, Fort Myers is supposed to be 86 this weekend, so I'm excited for the warmth and to lay on the beach.
Ooh, that does sound nice. Now, Sandra, you were telling me you're kind of excited about this new service from Sun Country.
Yeah, I think it's awesome that my friends and I can jump on a plane and go to either Phoenix or Fort Myers, and it's a fairly inexpensive flight. I think it's great that Sun Country's doing this.
Awesome. Well, now, so for the 2 lucky pairs of winners, in addition to that round-trip airfare south, they'll also win 3 nights of hotel accommodations in those warm cities to the south. Now, basically, as we learned, just for comparison, from I think Dave said, the high in Duluth tomorrow is going to be about 19. And as Lydia told us, in Florida, it'll be 86 degrees. In Phoenix, it's going to be in the high 60s.
Yeah, Lydia has one heck of a nice mom there to go pick her up from finals. We're rooting for Lydia after that tough time studying.
Very nice mom.
So, Rob, I'm mostly asking because I'm genuinely curious if I can still make it there in time to enter, but when are they picking those winners tonight?
Okay, so the drawing for Fort Myers is at 5:45, and Phoenix is at 6:30. So you know what? If you really book it, you might be able to make it in time for that at the end of the newscast.
I'll lace up my shoes. All right, that's Rob Coles reporting live for us from the airport tonight. Thank you, Rob. Well, it's that time of the show now where we get to talk about adoptable pets, and today's pet comes to us from the Humane Society of Douglas County. This is Isabel. She's a 3-year-old Labrador Husky mix looking for an adventurous new home. Our friends at the shelter tell us she is very friendly and full of energy. They also tell us that while she's great with people, she doesn't get along super well with other pets. If you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Isabel, then you can call the number there on your screen. I love her little scarf, too. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, businesses are losing their store space in a Superior Street building. What we know so far about the plans for that building in just a few minutes.
Wednesday, it's a star-studded event.
We're talking about the Kennedy Center Honors.
Paying tribute to America's best. Lorne Michaels, Joni Mitchell, Barry Gordy, Justino Diaz, and Bette Midler.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
With special guest appearances and musical performances from today's biggest names in entertainment. Join David Letterman.
You folks, of course, know me from TikTok.
The Kennedy Center Honors, Wednesday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Kristen Bakke is as local as our evening news.
I'm from here. This is my home. I learned how to do a left-handed layup right there. At that hoop, that exact hoop.
Covering the communities she calls home too.
You know, there's nothing phony about it. That's who she is. She's just a natural at it, so I enjoy watching her because she's so good at what she does.
Leaders at Hibbing Taconite are scrambling, Menorca mining, family heritage, and iron mining history.
For everything local, watch Kristen Bakke on Live Local CBS 3. A deadly storm system tore through America's heartland. The people of Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, and Tennessee have a long road to recovery. And now it's time for each of us to help heal the heartland. Text HL Tornado to 51555 and donate to the Salvation Army relief efforts. Every donation goes directly to relief efforts in those areas. Learn more at cbs3duluth.com. Live, local, CBS 3, helping heal the heartland.
Be a little bit brave. Don't ever be afraid to.
I've got a couple questions.
Do you think it's time for schools to reopen?
There is some positive
This is breaking news. We've got a lot of important new information for you and your family. I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
The Supreme Court building behind me is once again at the center of a monumental battle. Tonight, a congressional investigation sparked by reporting from CBS News. Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
Eric Paulson here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and discoverwisconsin.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the Cabin Podcast, available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Coming up Monday on CBS3 this morning, it's our Eye on Lifestyle. We're learning tips about how to be more social at holiday parties this year.
And we're tracking cool weather to start off the week next week.
So wake up with us on Monday starting at 5 a.m.
Big changes are coming to a downtown Duluth city block with 3 businesses being forced out. Chinese Dragon, Huckleberry, and Old Town Antiques and Books all received word from their building's owner that they have to be out by the end of January. Hall Equities in California bought the building at First Avenue and Superior Street about 4 years ago. Carol Juppy says she knew they planned to demolish the building, but it got delayed due to Superior Street construction and COVID. Now she's just hoping to find a new location still on Superior Street.
I don't want to have to venture up over the hill because I love downtown Duluth, and I think we need it. We need retail, and we don't have retail down here.
Juppy says it's been tough to find a new home they can afford. Huckleberry's owner is also looking for a new location, and the owners of the Chinese Dragon are planning to close their restaurant and retire. According to the city, the building's owner hasn't submitted plans or requested a permit to demolish the building. We reached out to Hall Equities for a comment, but didn't hear back.
On this Friday night, the important news for parents about whether kids 5 and under will need a 3rd dose of the COVID shot. And the big news, the NFL postpones multiple games after more than 100 players test positive. Plus, schools on alert, threats of violence on the social media app TikTok force some schools to cancel classes. And we go on the road after an unthinkable tragedy, how one mom is spreading kindness to others just in time for the holidays. That's coming up on the CBS Evening News.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Reliable starts here at Interstate Battery in Superior, Wisconsin. Shop our wide variety of car, AAA, phone, key, and sealed lead-acid batteries. Find the right battery right away with the help of our expert staff. Visit us today at 426 John Avenue in Superior.
For those who move, celebrate, help, create, dream, for all of us, there is a higher standard of orthopedic care in the Northland, and only one medical center has reached it. Memorial Medical Center in Ashland, the only medical center in the Northland to receive the Orthopedic Center of Excellence designation from DNV. Right here in the place we love.
Dear Lifehouse, when people ask who raised me, I say you.
I was homeless, lost, and alone.
You helped me find my way.
You helped me up.
I started to believe someone could love me.
I'm doing things I never thought I could.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lifehouse has been rooted in hope for 30 years, with a mission to reconnect homeless and street youth to their dreams. We never give up on our youth, ever.
Doesn't really matter who you are, where you live. You have it to any family.
People reach a crisis moment and they don't see any other way out.
Suicide is the 4th leading cause of death for people ages 25 to 34. People struggle with it every day.
Hi, I'm Representative Tom Tiffany. If you or your loved one struggles with their mental health and or thoughts of suicide, no, you are not alone. reach out for help and talk to someone.
This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app. Stay connected to live local CBS3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Friday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we heard from a local parent as concerns spread today over a school violence-related trend circulated on social media this week. Officials in our area say they did not find any credible threats. And tonight at 6, the Duluth Airport launched 2 new flights today, one to Fort Myers and the other to Phoenix. The flights run on Mondays and Fridays, and to celebrate, they're hosting a launch party right now. That's where we find CBS3's Rob Coles live at the Duluth Airport. How's that party going, Rob?
Well, Briggs, the energy here is electric. The first winner will be announced in about 15 minutes. So tonight at 6, we'll have the results from that. And we'll also have more from all these people waiting for their chance to win later.
A bunch of very, very lucky hopefuls out there. Thanks, Rob. Well, that's our news tonight at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.